for being here. We really, really appreciate it. I want to start off by saying that with every death, there's something new being reborn, and something exciting and something wonderful happens. For me, it was basically with the death of my mom, who is on this picture. Was this company was born, Stay Home Forever. My mom's only wish was to live with me and die at home when she was discovered with Parkinson's. I agreed to it. I did not realize what a huge undertaking I was taking upon myself as we went through the stages of Parkinson's and her deterioration into being completely disabled, being tube fed, and breathing through an oxygen tank. There was nobody really to tell me what I needed to do. I actually had to sell my house in the city and move to the country to accommodate the wheelchair and her disabilities and all the the paraphernalia that came with the person that's disabled. Nobody told me where to get care, how to do my home, where to go to get financial assistance, where to even get some emotional and psychological assistance to deal with caring for a sick person at home. For me, it was basically a revolving door where I got some information and I thought I was inside and I thought I knew everything, and then I was like pushed out into the cold through the revolving door, not knowing where I was and how I'm going to deal with situations. So I decided that I was going to form a company, Stay Home Forever, which will be dedicated to caring for seniors at home, and where not just the senior but the family who's involved with the senior can come and get all of the answers. There are care companies, there are renovation companies, there are companies that provide you with apps that work for seniors at home. There's so many different companies, so many different information that goes on that's really difficult for you to put it together and know exactly what you should be doing, how you should be doing, and what you should be doing. So for us, when a senior comes to talk to us, or a parent or a child comes to talk to us about a parent, we sit down and go through a plan. Most of the time we become mediators because there's really sometimes a lot of conflict between a senior and their families. The seniors want something, the family wants something else, and that's very, very natural, and I have first-hand experience from that as well. And the more you kind of try to force a senior to do something, the more they are come back to us being stubborn and angry, and the entire family and the seniors, they become frustrated and they are unable to know how to deal with situations. So we become mediators, and again, as I said, I had first-hand experience. Here I was trying to look after my mom, who was disabled and who was bedridden, and then there was my dad, who had diabetes and heart disease and everything else that you can think about, and he had a very bad lifestyle. He used to eat croissants and jam in the morning, then come and eat chocolate cake in the afternoon, then a canned syrupy thing in the night with lots of whipped cream, and it was really hard, and I was always fighting with him to say, this is not good for you, this is not good for you, don't do it, don't do this, don't do that, you need to do this, you need to take a walk, and it was always a fight between me and my dad. So, but he didn't change his lifestyle and I was angry and I was frustrated because I thought that he was being really selfish, because every time he got sick, I had to rush into emergency, leaving my mother alone. So, so the conflict is always there. So we try to come and be mediators. We try to come and see what the senior wants, what the family wants. So when my mother, was in her last stages, she told me, don't fight with your dad. So I listened to her and I stopped fighting and I started doing things differently. For instance, I would tell him, "Oh, I'm having oatmeal and raisins for breakfast. Do you want some?" And he would say, "Yeah, I'll try it." Or I would bring just fresh fruit and no canned, syrupy stuff, and he would, reluctantly eat the fresh fruit, but then he got used to it and he quite forgot about the syrupy stuff. So things like that is, coaxing a senior to do what they're supposed to do instead of forcing them to do something is always a nice thing. So we come and kind of talk to all of you and try to design a plan. One of the things that the world, like today, everybody thinks that once you reach a certain age, you need to go into a retirement home. That's the whole the mentality that everybody has here in Canada. It's been fed to us by people, it's been fed to us by retirement homes, it's been fed to us by big organizations that, you know what, once you reach a certain stage, you must go to a retirement home. But really, it's not necessary to do that. It's not necessary that you leave the comfort of your home and then you go into a place where you basically must do everything that you're told to. Eat at 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, go where you're supposed to go, eat the food that you're only given. So seniors don't want to do that anymore. Now, statistics show that 90% of seniors want to live at home. They don't want to go into a retirement facility. But there's so much fear around living at home that there's nobody to educate either the senior or the family why they should not fear to live at home as long as possible. So if I take what are the fears surrounding it, one of the main fears is safety. Of course, the fears are, it's real. It's not as if it's not real. So when somebody comes and says, we are scared to leave our parent at home, we ask them, what are you scared about? So first thing that comes is the safety. They must, what if they fall? What if they, have to do all this work and they can't carry their groceries? What if they leave the stove they don't put the stove off? What if the house catches fire? So all kinds of fears come into play. And we try to deal with these fears one by one. Okay, let's talk about safety of the house. So our team comes in and looks at the house. Little things like rugs, where you can take the rugs out. Rugs is a huge safety hazard because you can fall due to a tiny rug. We look at the bathroom. Is it safe? Is there one bathroom at least in the house which has no tub, which they can walk in and have a shower? We look at the kitchen cabinets. Most of the time we see that like the most essential items are on the top shelf, and so the senior must now climb on a chair to get it. So we try to tell them, okay, put everything on the first and second shelves that they can reach. So we take care of all of these things and we advise them, put some grab bars. And make the home safe for yourself or for your mom and dad. Then we take a look at care. Do they need care? So first thing is safety, second thing is care. Do they need care? If they do not need care, what do they need? Maybe they just need some help. Maybe they just need some help with housekeeping, a little companionship, somebody to go to the grocery store, somebody to just, walk with them, walk the dog with them, somebody who can cook with them, make it a fun thing, not to force a senior to say you must have a companion, you cannot go to the grocery store. I had real fears that my dad was driving. My mom sometimes calls me and says, oh my gosh, he drove through a red light today, right? Those are real fears because seniors sometimes forget, they don't know where they're going, and sometimes they're confused depending on their health status. So we come and basically look at all the safety issues. We come and give them ideas on companionship, ideas on care, whether they need a PSW or they just need some housekeeping and some companion care. And then with it, we also advise them how many times they need in a week in order to keep them comfortable and safe. We not only look at the physical aspects of a person who needs care, we also look at the mental aspect of the person, not just the senior, but also the person who is giving care. We are really, really big on that. We always keep thinking about the person who needs the care. We never think about the person who's providing the care. Most often it is the primary caregiver that's providing the care. That person may need some sort of help, some sort of assistance to go and take a break mentally and physically and come back into the home so that they're not all full of anger and resentment and having to do something for a parent. So we look at all these aspects and we create a care plan. So for us at Stay Home Forever, it's basically a one-stop shop. We collaborate with other companies. For us, collaboration is huge because we want to ensure that we have all the information necessary. Are there grants? Are there financial assistance? I mean, I had to put a lift in my home to bring my mom's wheelchair up from the garage to the first floor. I did not know that there was financial assistance or grants available. I had to spend on it. Nobody told me that, and I had no time to look up on the internet where to find these things. So we advise everybody on every other aspect of keeping a senior at home, including reverse mortgages. They can take out of the equity of their home to, care for themselves or care for, or not just care. Even if they want to take a holiday, they can utilize that money. So even the government has basically realized that staying home is the best for seniors because they are happy, they're comfortable, they are in a place where they can call home. They have earned the right to be free to do as they please when they want and not be restricted into being told what they need to and want to do, or that they need to do. They make to live at home. And in a nutshell, that's what we do. And for more tips, please do come and visit us at our store. And we are going to be drawing some Tim Hortons cards and also for the gift basket at the stall. And I think we're going to draw some Tim Hortons cards now. So stick around for a moment, and thank you again for being here.